Good morning. Welcome to Ajuwaya.com, where we bring interesting and amazing topics regarding NYSC scheme at large. My name is Olade Habibat, and with me here,
More glory blessings. So today we're going to be having a very, very interesting topic. And I know, let me ask you, I'm sure that when you were younger, you had expectation. You've talked a lot about adulthood. So, but today we're going to be talking about adulthood. A lot of us have different thoughts when we're growing up, and today we're going to be dissecting it. And I want you to stay tuned and listen, and also share your thoughts and your contribution. So, Abibat, I'm sure that when we were growing up, we had a lot of expectation. We couldn't even wait to grow up because we thought a lot of things were going to happen. We have a lot of money, we eat whatever we want. But now reality has set in. So can you just share some of the experiences you had when you were growing up?
actually, when I was growing up, I wanted to become an adult very, very fast because I want freedom. I believe when I'm an adult, I can go anywhere, I can navigate, I can do anything I like. But now, nothing prepares me for paying off bills. You see, then I be like, okay, when I become an adult, I can go anywhere I like, I can go spend days with my friends. But now, to even leave my home to another person's place, I be like, you see that transport fare? I can use it to cook a pot of soap. Like, I would think of a lot of
Correct
things.
one.
I would think of a lot. I'll be like, and I can use that transport fare to do data. Or I'll still watch maybe one or two movies. Nothing prepare me for paying off NEPA bill. I don't even know how much that I paid for NEPA bill then. But now I pay NEPA bill. I pay for like utility bills. I pay house rent. Even myself to cater for my own need, my skincare, clothing and everything. Now that we are adults now, we can't wait for our parents to go and be selecting.
Actually.
Like a lot of things.
And if you even remember this, there were times that we always thought that they were wicked uncles and wicked aunties. I'm sure that my aunties are not giving me anything. Now I'm sure that I'm the wicked.
Then that would be like,
Wicked
ah,
auntie right now.
I have an uncle in the UK. He does not know more than sending me 5,000.
You
Someone that
see
is
5,000.
going to like, we'll be like, he's in the UK, sending 5,000, sending 10,000. But now, if my sibling should call me like, hello, hey auntie, I need money, I'll be like, see, even me my own self, my big self choke like
Ask
this.
your parents. I'm not the one that gave them to you.
Serious.
Talk to your father and your mother.
That's just it. Because I be like, no, nothing prepared me for this. I won't like, nothing prepared me.
I think that there were a lot of things that we saw. We didn't know the reality of what was going on. I'm sure there are the other people that also think that adulthood is just something that when you grow up, you enjoy. You have plenty money. You have everything.
You see that money part? You see that money part? Then I be like, once I grow up, I'll become a millionaire. I'll start going to different countries. But now, even the 36 states that we have in Nigeria, I'm not sure I've gone more than maybe 5 states out of the 36 states. Because where is even the money?
Actually,
Where is the money?
These are the realities of life. We always thought that, of course, when we are adults, we can do anything we like. We just think that everything is going to work for us on a platter. But there are challenges, there are things, there are a lot of things that we're going to experience. But do you want to go back to being a child?
No, I don't want to. No. I don't have that sense of responsibility. I don't want to go back. No.
I'm sure that as much as we want to be adults, I'm sure we don't want to go back to
I don't
being
want
a child.
to.
But of course, if we want that soft life, somebody taking care of us, spoiling us is there. But we still have to face the reality of
That's just
growing
it,
up
yeah.
and everything. So, is adulthood really a scam?
No, adulthood is not a scam. It's not a scam because now that we are growing, we are still growing. We learn, like we learn every day. We see things differently now. We can now make some decisions, like some life decisions on our own. So I feel like this adulthood that we are in now, that we are like let me just say maybe majority of us I want to like grow up fast thing. The adulthood that we are in now, like it makes us think differently, see things differently, and also like I don't know, like let me just say our I don't know how to put it. Like our view about life generally has changed. And I'm so sure like most of us now regret some actions that
Yeah,
we
we
that
did
we
as
that, yeah,
children.
that we did as children. So I be like, no, adulthood is not a scam.
Yeah, I think that adulthood is not a scam. There are a lot of things that we experience as adults, and nothing prepares you for it. I think we have there are a lot of things on social media that makes us think that when you get this is how it will work for you. And even growing up, we didn't even think that some people wrote jam once, twice, or UTME once, twice, three times. Like we thought everything was going to work for us on a platter. You didn't even prepare for the marriage expectation. Now people are expecting us to have children. Like when I just want to eat shawarma and have fun. Oh my god. When I see my colleagues, I'm like, you guys, how do you do it? You are trying.
How? Even now, as I am like this, that I'm still catering for just myself alone. I don't think I have that. I have that zeal yet. That I want to like children. Like I know.
I'm just like at the same time, I want to enjoy this singlehood. I want to enjoy this phase of my life because when you're starting after one child like this, hello,
So I'll be sleeping. Someone will be crying. I know. No.
For the rest of your life, like
and even before you start giving birth, you still cater for one old man, one grown up man. You not
that's your husband. He's gonna take care of you too.
But you start thinking for two. Not thinking for myself alone. I still do some things. I'll be like, we'll sort it later. But now, but once you are married, you start thinking, what will this man eat? Even me making decision on what to eat safe is a problem.
That's one of the, let's say, beauty of adulthood. Then you start thinking, then the one your parents were chasing you for, then you just, my mother really, really tried.
She really tried.
Because when you start seeing it, the single Pringles you are still enjoying because there are a lot of realities, a lot of things that you experience as adults growing up, and nothing prepares you for it. You don't even have training on how to take care of a child. You just meet yourself there because we have different experiences. People were born to affluence, people were born to poverty. So we can, and then the economy is changing.
Of course.
The economy is changing. What you were buying for 15 naira then, you can drink garri. Now you cannot drink garri with 300, abi?
Even one cup of garri save maybe is 300.
Exactly. And if you even want to live, and then when you are thinking of that, you have to think of finances. Growing up, you just have to expand your mind to a lot of things. You have to think of finances as you are growing up. You cannot just be relying on people. You have to grow up as adults. And I think that's one of the beauty of adulthood, that we can now make decisions of our own. The bad choices that our parents made, we can now change the trajectory of our lives. And so as we continue to grow and live, I'm sure that we are tired. Most of us are tired. Like the economy is not economizing. Everything is looking like when you are even thinking of when I finish NYC, what will my life be like? Some of you want to get married, some of us want to do a lot of things, and then you're like, God, nothing prepared me for this life. So at the same time, let's also try to find joy in the beauty of growing up, because as much as we want to say, okay, I don't want to be an adult, we also don't want to go back to being a child, because there's a phase of life for everything. We grow up, we grow, we cannot stay where we were before. So Habiba, now that we are closing, what lessons would you give your younger selves about adulthood, and what are your final words for our audience?
What I would say is adulthood is not about figuring everything out. It's about learning, growing, and also getting the better version of yourself. So, if you are not there yet, you are not alone. You are not alone. We are all in it. We are all figuring things out for ourselves. Just be you and keep doing the best thing for yourself.
Yeah. And I would also like to add that you are not slow. Our parents did not get it all. They are still even trying to figure out their lives. Even when you think your friends have figured it all, everybody's still figuring out whatever process, whatever thing they will become eventually. So you are not slow, you are not behind, you are doing well. So don't be weighed down, don't let anything trouble you about adulthood, and you will figure it out, you'll come out and you will bloom. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of Ajuwaya.com. See you next time. Bye.